Hey everybody, welcome back to Formidable Fabrications. I'm Jamie, and today's project is this trailer. So this trailer was a trailer that I had redone for a customer about 2 years ago. It was actually last year, because this customer is the same customer that poured my concrete floor for me. And part of the trade was I was supposed to redo some wiring on it. So last year I redid a whole bunch of the wiring, new battery, ran a bunch of new wires, put all new brakes all around, built these custom fenders for them. So I told him I really didn't think this trailer was worth putting a lot of money into. If you want to check out these rails, this one's not the worst. Actually, the worst ones are under this metal. This one has a bow in it. This one has a bow in it. I'm going to have to replace them. So anyway, he asked me if I would put a steel deck on it for him, so instead of replacing the wood that was rotten. So he wants to keep using it, which I guess I can't fault him for it. But the reality of the situation is that he hauls it like a lot of heavier equipment. So he was hauling a 10,000 pound Bobcat on this, which is originally why this trailer ended up on my property. I want to say it was, I think it was actually that wheel over there. No, it was this back wheel. So this one actually caught fire. Was it this one? Was it this one? I don't know. Let's just say it was this one. So it caught fire, and yeah, it was this one, because that fender was totally trashed. So what had happened was they were hauling the Bobcat on here, and I don't know what happened. Maybe they're running their tire too low, or they could have been, they could have hit a pothole or something. I don't know, but it blew their tire. The tire rubbed against the fender and caused so much friction it actually caught fire. So it literally burnt up the whole hub and axle assembly. Luckily, with a Scotch-Brite pad, I was able to clean off the axle, and we put all new bearings, all new brakes on, new brake drums, everything. And he's back in business. So I did tell him, I said, look, man, this trailer is not rated to haul that kind of stuff. I think it's like a 10,000 pound trailer. So I said the most you can hold is maybe 8, but that's even pushing it, because this frame is starting to get a little weak. So of course, if you're watching this video and you don't know as much about trailers, the rating on your trailer, a 10,000 pound trailer, does not mean you're going to hold 10,000 pounds. That means that's what the trailer is rated for, fully loaded, including the weight of the trailer. Of course, he didn't know that. He thought he meant he could haul 10,000 pounds. And if he went a little over with a bucket and took it up to 11, it was only 1,000 pounds over. No, in reality, he was holding a machine and a bucket at 11,000 plus 2,000 for the trailer, bringing a total weight of somewhere in the ballpark of 13 when the trailer is only rated for 10. So for all you guys out there, if you don't know, that's what that means. If it's a 12,000 pound trailer, it doesn't mean you can haul 12,000 pounds. It means you can haul whatever the capacity is plus the weight of the trailer to make it 14 or 12,000 or whatever the case may be. Anyway, just a little point. So anyway, I agreed to put diamond plate flooring on here. I know he loves diamond plate, but he's so hard on this stuff, and I was afraid that the diamond plate would kink or bend or dent, if he hit this stuff really hard. But that's not my problem. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut all these, get them to fit. I got to take a lot of the stuff off. So right in here is a lip that the boards slide under, as well as back here. You can see this bent piece of metal right here. That's another one that the boards slide under. So that's something else to think about too. Not going to bore you with a bunch of details, but when I build a truck bed, or if I build a trailer, that's the one thing I ask is, are you going to put wood on it, or are you going to put a metal floor? Because that totally changes the way that you build the trailer. So luckily this one is a very basic trailer. It's like the most basic design ever. So you can flip-flop between them, but some trailers you can't. Some truck beds you can't. So that makes a huge difference on what you're building, especially when you're doing something custom. But luckily, there's a little lip right in here. The metal can slide right up into here. So your diamond plate will end here. You'll have a 4-inch gap on either side. And we'll just go all the way down with the metal. So I just got to cut off those extra pieces, cut off any bolts that are sticking up that were holding the wood on, like that one right there. So anyway, let me get this metal cut and we can start getting this thing fitted on here. And then we still got a lot of grinding to do. There's like all this scale and crap that I have to break loose because I need a good welding surface to weld this metal to. So, yep, there it is. Well, anyway, on a side note, I know I haven't been putting out a lot of videos lately. I think the last one was like 3 weeks ago. Sometimes I just can't film stuff. I guess a lot of these other guys, they have the opportunity to film everything they do because everything they do has some kind of interest. But lately I've had just a bunch of random crap. The last one I did was a small trailer I wired. Impossible to get good camera angles. So the only thing you're gonna see is either it's gonna be super bright from a flashlight or like super dark because I'm under a trailer for like a few hours, just like connecting wires and running wires and stuff like that. And then other than that, it was kind of slow the past 2 weeks, so I've just been doing odds and ends. Like I did do this, which I thought was kind of neat. Got my little, yeah, it's a little bright. There you go. Got my little light that I got for Christmas and decided to throw some lettering on it just to have some fun with it. And I've also been putting together a little project that I'll fill you guys in on later. But I managed to pick up this Bobcat 225 Miller generator welder. I just had the top repainted, did a lot of work on this. I had this lettered up too with my lettering machine. So I've been working on this on and off. And basically just other random projects that have come up that I just haven't thought are just that interesting to film. So anyway, let's get back to the project. You can see when I was cutting, the blade wasn't cutting worth the crap because the teeth were missing and the teeth that were there were chipped up pretty bad. So luckily I carry extra blades in stock, but I really love these Steel Demon blades made by Freud. They're half the price of the Milwaukee blades, and frankly, once the Milwaukee blade dies, it's done, but these blades just keep going. You can really keep cutting pretty much until only half the teeth are there. Okay, so I got the area cleaned up that I wanted to work with, and I found something interesting. So I know my cuts aren't perfectly straight along here, but the level of gap in here is quite noticeable. Unless the metal is cut crooked, but I've never had a piece of metal cut that crooked. There's definitely about a 1/4 inch gap here, and up there it's pretty tight. And then down here, I know my cuts aren't completely straight, but there's maybe a little under about 3/16 of an inch here. It touches there, and then down at the end there, it goes back to about an 1/8 inch gap. So I think there's like some deflection in this, and this is definitely not square. I figure if worst case, there'd be some little deflection in it, but I never thought it would be noticeable amount. Anyway, so we just need to weld these big gaps. They're kind of large, but at least on this side, and then that side we'll have to like hold it up so it, because I could hit up against there. All right, well, I got this tack welded up. I just got to do a few more welds along that side and along this side, and I'll do this part and the back when I get the other pieces next to it. So this will be a tiny little gap there. I can just run one bead of weld all the way down, connect these two pieces together, do the same for that piece and the same for that piece. So, all right, we'll be back at it tomorrow. So I'm going to try something new. So instead of just doing one project at a time and then filming it and then posting a whole video, since a lot of times it takes me multiple days to do one project because I have maybe other projects going on, or I can't devote a whole day to it because of other things going on. I'm just going to post stuff as I do it every day. So there's a video maybe coming out a little more often, just be a little bit shorter. So in the comments below, just let me know if you'd rather see me do a whole project and post it, or if you just like the day-to-day routine that I do, you know, as the project progresses, which could last, it could be a simple project that lasts a week, it could be a simple project that lasts a day. Like the tow truck is taking a little longer because that wasn't a priority. So I've been doing a lot of little stuff in between to take up the time and to get some extra money coming in. So yeah, in the comments below, just let me know what you guys think. I'm just kind of testing out and see what works best for me. So thanks, catch you on the next one.